You know how sometimes just one single play can completely blow up?
Oh, absolutely, like a spark in a tinderbox.
Exactly. And that's what happened with that incident against the Nuggets. The immediate reaction, I mean, from basically everyone, fans, analysts, it was intense.
Yeah, it was all over the place. And the big question immediately became suspension, right?
Right. Which obviously for the Mavericks, huge playoff implications were suddenly on the table.
Massive. And we all saw the clips, didn't we? People breaking it down frame by frame, different angles.
Everyone trying to figure it out. But then, well, things took a pretty unexpected turn, didn't they?
They really did. And that's the fascinating part our sources get into. After all that initial noise, this other detail surfaced.
Something that wasn't obvious at first glance.
Exactly. Something that, well, it seems like it might have fundamentally changed how you interpret the whole thing. And it looks like it probably played a big part in what the league decided, or maybe didn't decide to do.
Wow. It's wild how one sort of hidden piece of info can just flip the whole conversation.
Totally. You could almost see the public mood shifting. That initial certainty, like, oh, he's definitely getting suspended, it started to fade.
Yeah, it became more uncertain, more questions about the league's process and what was really going on.
Which leads us straight to the NBA's official response. Or maybe the way they framed it. They put out a statement, about the incident and, any potential discipline.
But the sources suggest maybe it's about what wasn't said, too.
Kind of. There's speculation, and it's just speculation, mind you, that maybe Doncic's star power, his importance to the Mavs playoff run, maybe that factored in somehow.
It's always that tightrope, isn't it? Balancing the rules, player conduct with, the business side, the entertainment factor, the stakes.
Definitely. And it feeds right into those ongoing debates fans always have about consistency and discipline. You know the drill.
Oh, yeah. Why did player X get this, but player Y got that for something similar? It's a constant thing.
And this case, especially with that surprising detail coming out later, it really put the league in a tricky spot, it seems.
So regardless of the actual decision on a suspension, this whole episode leaves a mark, right, on how Doncic is viewed.
I think so. It adds another layer to his whole story, his career narrative. And public opinion, well, it's split, as you'd expect.
Some people probably feel the league got it right, whatever they decided. Others are crying foul about inconsistency or, favoritism.
It just shows how subjective these calls can feel, even when there's video. And looking forward, this whole thing, especially that twist, it makes you wonder about precedent.
Like, how will they handle the next tricky situation like this? Does this change the unwritten rules, maybe?
It's possible. Which really brings us to the bigger picture here. This isn't just about Luka or one game.
Right. It's about how the league handles these really contentious moments. Player safety, game integrity, all that stuff.
And, you start thinking about technology's role in all this. Could better video analysis, maybe AI someday, I don't know. Could that make these decisions more objective, less controversial?
An interesting thought. Could tech help find that balance? This Doncic situation, it really forces that conversation about the future of NBA discipline. What does fairness and transparency look like in these complex spots?
Yeah, it's a key question.
So wrapping up this deep dive, we looked at the initial flashpoint with Luka, then that really surprising detail that shifted everything, the league's response, and kind of the ripple effects.
And it leaves you thinking, doesn't it? In this super high-pressure world of pro sports, how do you balance player behavior, the league's own interests, and making sure the discipline feels fair and